Hello, welcome to the Spiritual View. I am Angie and I'm from Learn Love Tarot, and I'm also one of the hosts for the Spiritual View. Today is our Thriving Thursday reading, and because we do have the moon in Pisces, I am using the Mermaid Tarot deck today, and we're going to start off with some energy oracles. As far as the astrology, as the saying goes, all is quiet on the Western Front. However, you might still be feeling that energy of yesterday that did feel a little combative. The majority of the day we did spend with the moon void, of course, which feels a bit like a Mercury retrograde. The video that I attempted to record several times was thwarted by the camera needing to be rebooted, the video actually stopping through the reading, and just the energy was not having it yesterday. So instead of insisting, sometimes we just need to go with the flow instead of resisting and wait until that energy clears, which it does as the moon moves into the next sign. Now, depending where you are in the world, this is just for Eastern Standard Time, the Mercury will be conjoining Uranus, and that is not till 1:54 in the morning. So that's going to be Friday for us here, Eastern Standard Time. That may be different from where you are. Okay, on the split, we have change in the left hand, what is coming in, what is going out, some grief energy there, which my reading yesterday, instead of getting a song, I got a picture of one of the cards that came out in my Tuesday reading as an overall advice card. And I mean, she's gorgeous. She's like a wounded warrior energy. It's a black and white card, and it's just so beautiful. If I remember, I'll pull that out to share with you today. But it was very much centered around facing what it is that we need to face within us, and not kind of allowing ourselves to fall back in the thoughts of, well, this person will change. They promise they're going to do X, Y, Z, right? And just no longer allowing ourselves to believe that illusion. Okay. Merlin has lost his stick, so to speak. And it looks like that energy is still coming out a little bit. Here, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Now, this is all sacral energy, sacral chakra energy change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. And, behind that, with that blue energy of throat chakra and heart happiness, see how this is kind of a spinning dice. It's like it chops something up, right? What are those things called? It's not a drill, it's a blade. My grandpa used to have one in the workshop. I forget what it's called. But anywho, you got to cut through the bull malarkey at some point, right? And it does feel like there is a shift in the collective energy to do just that. Now, this grief card, it is stored in our sacral chakra as fear, false evidence appearing real. But it is okay even if something was crap, when it's gone, the familiarity of it, the familiarness, it's the change is hard. But it will do us good if we allow it in, and especially if it was not for our best and highest good, if it was depleting our own light, our own energy, it had to go. So if your heart is hurting, self-esteem, could have totally been blocking your joy, derived from a really primal root of fear. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. And when we're in that energy of fear, that yellow chakra of our third solar plexus, our happiness energy, pride, is therefore blocked. Okay. It's underneath, right? So whatever is underneath, right, if the soil isn't healthy, then whatever's moving up and out of that is therefore then also not doing so great. So today I would like to focus on our life path sevens. If you are life path 7, that means as you add up the digits of your birthday and you continue to add whatever numbers you get until you are reducing that to a single digit. If you are life path 7, those are our humanitarians, our healers, our spiritual seekers. However, if you're on this channel, I have a good inkling that that's most of y'all here. So thanks for being here on Thriving Thursday with the Spiritual View. All right, life path 7s, that is the life path of change, okay? And that life path 7, here, up here in our thoughts. And I'll come back to that in a second here. What are our actions? Perseverance. What does our heart want us to do? Trust. And what is the actual physical manifestation if we are aligned in mind, heart, and spirit? Okay, body, mind, and spirit. What comes out in the 3D? I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things and seeing the love of a situation. Now, with the cups and trusting our heart, these 3 cards here, I love how you can see that they're all that third eye energy. And this trust is connected also to the blue throat chakra, which is under the cups. So it's like through this perseverance, okay, the green heart chakra, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to do under our aces of action, our ace of wands of action. We align that heart with what we know to be true, something you know to be true, okay? Then the next step is to trust that message of our heart and allow that blue throat chakra to start communicating that trust, not only to ourselves, but to those around us, putting up boundaries, not allowing our own heart's cup to be depleted by overgiving. Because if we're not then constantly refilling our own heart's cup, that cup water becomes stagnant and poisonous, and we get very sick physically inside, even if we cannot see that, okay? Stress does a lot of damage to our arteries, way more than fast food every single day would. Okay. And then when we align these, so now this is our fears of the mind. This is like that 8 and 9 of swords, the stinking thinking cards, okay, the rumination, and it's blocking joy as well. So it starts there at the base of our spine, right? It's rooted, it's grounded. And I really loved on Monday when Marcia said that our thoughts are the children of our beliefs. And it was just such like a V8 moment. And like, that was just so brilliant. I love that she said that. I realized that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So our root chakra is all about grounded, being rooted. Okay. It's our power. It's our sacred power. It's connecting us from the underneath the feet in the earth chakra, up above our head and into the 5th dimension of the star chakra. So that literally blocks everything. It's blocking our intuition, fear, anxiety, right? That like just eats us alive. It gets stuck in that sacral chakra, false evidence appearing real, okay? Which is the, fear is literally just the cock block of our intuition. So let's not do that to ourselves, okay? We need to get out of that, but it looks like you are. Okay, at least the group of wonderful people I am talking to today. Yes, I'm talking to you. At the bottom of the deck, beautiful. Okay, so really connecting there with that throat chakra, and it's more teal, so it's connecting heart to throat and the third eye, purpose. I know what I'm here to do. We'll take you, since I do go 6 out. The next would be friendship here. Okay, connecting to our friends in the 5th dimension there. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Okay, and then underneath that we have guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. And see where that is rooted here, that red energy, then it gets stuck in the sacral 2nd chakra. Okay, the false evidence appearing real. And then we're going in a form of releasing that. We release it through the heart. We communicate that to ourselves and others. Our third eye comes online. We connect to spirit. Okay, and then we bring abundance into the 3D. And I love that those are kind of mirror colors or mirror flips of themselves there. I am a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire into physical reality. Okay, wonderful. All right, so bottom of the deck, pre-shuffle energy, kind of just want to see what's going on here. King of Pentacles, Taurus energy there. 7 of Wands, standing our ground, or maybe it's actually a an earth sign that is acting defensive regarding some kind of imbalance that could have possibly been hidden in the moon, or just in some kind of an imbalance that needed healing. This could also be you, and King of Pentacles is here to help you stay grounded and take the higher ground, right? Protect what you know to be true for you, and helping to balance out. By balancing our emotions, we allow that wave to come in and actually balance those scales of justice. Instead of being so stubborn, right, we're allowing the wave to come. And that's bringing me back to a reading that I just did, I believe, on Wednesday, allowing this truth. We're not fighting that wave. We are just taking a big breath and sinking down. You can let it pass over the top, or you can just relax your body and let the natural salt water that's buoyant, that makes your body buoyant, carry you to shore instead of struggling to resist it. Okay. And we do see the music notes coming out in the healing energy of this siren, this healing siren. And as she sings, the ocean carries those healing energies, the music notes, right, through the water and out into humanity, balancing these scales of justice. And this could be something that the past, right, what's already been done and scrolled up, outweighing some kind of a truth, right? Just kind of maybe stubbornly, like I said, holding on to something from the past, even if it may not have been good for us. And by doing so, we get our 6 of Wands victory after a very long battle. And it could require, usually it does, requires that change of us walking away from some kind of sleeping giant that we did not want to disturb before. Well, if you have a birthday between 1968 and 1977, Chiron's here to challenge you. Tower energy. So the sister card of the Life Path 7, the Chariot, is indeed the Tower. So that is here. In order for that wave to come in, we have to create space, okay? And then something else can be able to come in and fill it in. Okay, these anemones and clownfish are symbiotic. We're working with change, not up in that stinking thinking here of what's fair, but I didn't get closure, but I didn't get this, and this is what happened, right? We can't allow our own personal truth of what's best for us and for our highest good until we let go of just this, things that were written in the past, whether we wanted to look at them or not. The Eight of Wands, communication. The Tower is communicating to you there. You know what needs to be gotten rid of or let go of, and double confirmation there. You know what needs to be let go of, and this always looks like octopus arms to me. Full moon energy, High Priestess, so Pisces and Cancer energy. She's the perfect manifester because she's manifesting from a place of power. She's manifesting from a place of what I do want and not from a place of, but I don't want, fill in the blank. Okay, just by even saying those things, we bring in those very things that we're saying we don't want. We don't realize that we're manifesting that. Rest and rejuvenation, recovery. And she cracks open that block of ice when she is ready. And she is supported by those white spirit animals, some kind of truth that was very buried at the very depths of the ocean and uncovered before this time. Maybe what that Tower energy is bringing in, some kind of either betrayal by someone else, or even just discovering that we've been betraying ourselves by holding on to whatever those scrolls of the past were and fighting that wave from coming. It's coming no matter what. And the Judgment horn is here. Gabriel is here to resurrect our childlike selves, our inner play, cleansing our chakras. Okay, I could go on and on and on. Now, I was so disappointed that reading just didn't. I was so disappointed that reading didn't pan out yesterday, because it was, we had 3 different transits that I was talking about. And the second one felt like a poltergeist. Like, if you're old enough to have seen that movie and been, have it scared the Jesus out of you. When I forget the actress's name, but she says, "All are welcome." And it was like an unwanted house guest that you didn't know how to get rid of, right? And you're like, maybe we should need to rethink all are welcome, because you never know what you're going to get. Maybe the house guest doesn't want to leave when they get there. You assumed, oh, this is just going to be a short visit. Oh, we've got 2 kings here, and there's some kind of a battle between kings of action. And that pesky house guest just didn't want to go. So 3 of Wands, you have gone from the indecision of the 2 of Wands into really using that looking glass to examine your options. You understand how to take those wands and manifest what it is that you actually want. All right, guys. Let's see what's going on here. I'm going to go ahead and riffle shuffle it a little bit, see if we get any surface energies, which I see as kind of the crispy bits of the onion. I read energy in layers, and I do like the progression. It's like this long, maybe you were fearing letting go of whatever was in those scrolls because you were like, that person's not going to be able to do XYZ without me, right? But that was holding us back. We're releasing that guilt. I also yesterday talked about, they're a grown-ass person. Let them be responsible for their own healing. If it's still affecting our life in a negative way and they are not making the change that will do them good, well, then you have a choice. We can either go, all right, well, I'm going to ride on your horse that makes promises and doesn't deliver, or, I'm going to go out and buy me a new racehorse. All right. Guilt-free. Guilt-free. There's a flipper there. It means our shuffle is done, unless it did a 360. Might have. I don't see it. Regardless, what is our reading going to be about today? 9 of Cups. Purpose, friendship, releasing that guilt. Then we can call in our wish fulfillment because we have cleared that space and energy. Good on you. All right. Who are we talking to today, Spirit? Oh, look who's back. All right. I'm talking to someone who is standing in their power, who is steadfast and standing their ground. Make sure that we're not standing our ground and doubling down on something just because we're fearing the change. Okay. The path of change is here. It's just testing our resolve to live in the energy of love. If you already have let something or someone go, it takes a hot minute to adjust to that new energy, right? Persevere. Let's hang on tight. What is this situation? Oh my. So this 10 of Swords is back. Okay, this is what is coming up here under our wands, our body. Okay, perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Yeah, that whatever's in those scrolls is ding dong dead. 10s are the end and aren't even a thing in numerology because 1 + 0 is our Ace of Swords. We're allowing that sort of truth that was deeply buried to be unearthed. We're allowing Spirit then to go ahead and allow us to release that energy, okay? Because this is a done deal. We can't hang on to the bumper of whatever this is. Okay? You can do that. It's something that certainly didn't feel very good. 10 of Swords, that, is kind of like, oof. You could have done 1 or 2 at the max, and that's just kind of out of revenge or out of an energy that just was not careful with your own heart. Again, maybe we weren't careful with our own heart. We put someone else's happiness, or we kept believing something we knew to be not true. Okay, we've all been there. Okay, what is the opportunity here to trust? Oh, wow. That this is going to bring healing and brings in that space, that openness for the wish we actually do desire. And if we've done the work, it's coming. I trust that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. And this is under our Ace of Cups, our spirit of our heart. Okay. And a conch is getting the word out, communicating on a broader perspective so everyone can hear, this is my declaration. And we did have that beautiful blue energy here within that intuition. For following that intuition, we're speaking this truth. This 17, which is an 8-star energy. It's been 4s, 8s, and like 10s and 11s all week long. All week long. Okay, so let's see, what was our fear here? What was the recent past energy of King of Pentacles? A decision. Okay, there was 2 equal truths that were very similarly suited, that you can't pick in that picture who's going to win, right? So these 2 truths for us anyway could have been just a really hard decision because you could have gone either way. It looks like what this is. And the King of Pentacles is of the age and maturity where He knows what's good for him. He's standing in his power. Okay. So it looks like, especially with this opportunity for healing, let's see what this, what do we bring our power back from? A situation that was already dead and over with. Okay, something to do with leadership. This could have been an ending in a career. It could have been a choice between do I stay or do I go? It could have been a choice between people. Okay. The King of Pentacles is a family man and it's a father energy, and they are very giving to others. But in a fear state, Taurus can be extremely stubborn energy. And instead of the earth flowing and kind of crumbling through our hands and being able to dig through it and use it to plant our seeds, it's become hardened from the sun. Okay, this yellow energy here, because we were afraid to lose whatever was already gone. Okay, which could have been either this leadership position. It could have been control, lost control. We're afraid to lose control of something. And I was talking about sometimes we're afraid to lose things, even if they were no good for us, right? Which seems very contradictory, but we are human, and this is one of our, one of our trials on the fool's journey. Aries energy there. So we do have the Chariot as our birthday card if you're a life path 7. But again, the opposite energy of that, the goingness, the alignment, the ready to go, okay, the journey, the progression, getting on the road to something new. That Tower energy is Aries energy. Something had to fall. Aries is ruled by Mars, and we have had Mars conjoining Chiron in the same, visiting the same house, but it was more like the poltergeist. And it felt like an unwelcome guest that we didn't want to have to deal with. But the Tower says, oh, you're dealing with it. We're dealing with it all right. So Aries energy of that Tower coming through here with the Emperor. We're dealing with this whether we want to or not. The near future energy of this wish is keeping our focus. Now, traditionally, the Knight of Wands, depending on what cards are surrounding it, because it's a leadership card, and above it we have the Star, which are both very positive connotations, right? They are also major arcana, the only 2 out so far out of 6. This sort of truth that we're allowing to be unearthed from the bottom of the ocean. Now, this is the point where you've got to keep your eye on the ball, because if she takes off her eyes off of that sword for one hot second, she's going to be swallowed under by that wave, right? Then she'll be choking for air. She'll be struggling. Okay. But if she stays steadfast and focused on what she knows to be true, her own leadership within, persevering, the action is to persevere through this leadership of what you know to be true for you. You got to trust and keep your eye on the ball, because your inner voice will always guide you correctly. Swords are relating to the air signs. Our thoughts, our intuition is added in there when we add that heart cup energy into it. Okay, let's see here what could be a block in the past that could possibly come up as a block in the future. Yeah. So this is physical abandonment, 5 of Pentacles. I call it my whiskey lullaby card. This is allowing kind of yourself to go under because we're over giving to someone else. Okay. He's not offering her anything but his sorrow and his grief. And she's going, but here, I have this, let me help you. and he doesn't want anything to do with it. So this could, as a block, could have been, of course, lack mindset, being left out in the cold traditionally. But the water is calm here in the background. Our emotions are calming. And when it's in a block position, that means emotions are tumultuous. Okay. So whatever this was, it could have swallowed us many times before. It is all around the King of Pentacles here, but now he's controlling the water. He is strong and mighty within that water, that those emotions that are encircling him, and they're moving energy. Okay, it's controlling our emotions and not letting them control us. Five of Pentacles too, if you think about the Rider-Waite card, it's, little tiny Tim outside. They're in bad straits there. They are like, we can hear the food. We can hear the food. We can hear the music, smell the food, see the lights. I don't know where this voice is coming from, but we can't find the door. Where's the door? Well, it's right in front of them. They're right in front of the freaking door, as is she with this offer. But when we're in that tumultuous emotions and grief stage, we can't see the trees for the forest because we're blocking our intuition, our happiness, our growth. We're stuck in fear, which is just an energy to resolve in the energy of love. It's a resolve to live in the energy of love, because if we have to let go of something bad, no matter how familiar it is to us, that is standing up into your power. Okay. And the Whiskey Lullaby song with Alison Krauss, the male partner dies from, alcohol, and it was an alcoholic, I guess I should say. And so Alison Krauss, the partner in this story, has no choice but to leave him because it's pulling her under. But then the guilt, right? This guilt that can come from this fear. Oh God, I can't leave them. Well, you can't stay codependent and help them drink themselves to death either. And when you come from a household where you lived through that, it's a very sensitive topic, and you have to learn to choose yourself. I must learn to accept the things that I cannot change, the wisdom to change the things that I can, and the strength to know, and the wisdom to know the difference. Okay, what does Spirit want us to know about this Emperor energy that experienced some kind of loss? That we may be juggling too many plates, burning the candle at both ends. This may be just too much going on at once. There's a lot going on in this card. He's entertaining the children. He's standing on top of the fish. It's like, I've got 3 jobs. I've got 4 kids. Now they're home for the summertime. I've got to figure out how to keep them busy, right? Because I've still got a job to do. The Two of Pentacles can be, especially what this Two of Swords here, can feel that energy going through and moving card to card there, juggling back and forth. What do I do? What do I do? You're not wanting to let go of something that is already dead, but you also know that you can't be sucked under by it. Okay, you got to keep your eye on the ball. The outcome energy, 6 of Cups, trust in this heart energy. I trust my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So tuning into the energy, our childlike energy. What did you enjoy doing? when you were little? You know, did you like riding your bike? Did you like walking the dog? Did you like roller skating? Did you like writing? Did you like playing school? Did you like playing house? You know, and all that creative energy. If you liked pretend, write a story, write a poem, write a song. Okay. Make up, you know, play with your kids, like get outside and go to the park, time make time to have fun, because we need this personal vibration to rise, especially after being in this kind of situation. We get sucked under, right? Our energy has to cycle back up again, and play and joy, opening up, getting out of that fear place, the orange sacral chakra, and into our solar plexus of joy. Our rib cage can act as its own divining rod. What's going to bring me joy in the next second? You know, maybe have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich if you like that when you're a kid. Something that makes you smile, makes you feel good, talking to a friend from school. You know, get into that play mode. That's going to help you keep the eye on the ball, okay, and bring you more towards this star energy. And with those eights, it just feels like this pending something coming in August. We do have the Lion's Gate, of course, but it just feels mo bigger. All right, let's get a little more information here in the 3D outcome potential here. I like to go 6 cards deep. 6 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles. The moon is back here. 2 of Cups. 9 of Wands. And the 7 of Wands are back. Okay. We're looking at 3D, a commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. So maybe this person from the past, if we were together in this relationship or worked with this person, had this job when we were a teenager, since we were a teenager, right? And with this 2 of Cups energy, what were the good parts of it? It's not all terrible, okay? Nor was it all good or healthy for us if it's come to an end. That's for a reason. It's for a reason. What about it was good, so that you can then use that energy to manifest again, right? If it was fun, if it was playful, then it just sometimes turns into something else. And that way we get our heart back on an equal footing. If this is love from a past person, coming in to renew their cup, I tend to view 2 of Cups as a new love. However, attached to the 6 of Cups, it could very well be someone that maybe passed us by and we went towards this situation, okay? And we've always thought about that. We've always thought about that past person. And they're swimming up to say, hey, I want what you want. And the sky in this, here in the Midwest, we were able to see the sky on that Aries eclipse. And it was just this pinky lavender gorgeousness, kind of eerie, because it looked like nighttime. All the porch lights came on, and it got really cold and dark, but like a pink and lavender dark. It's hard to explain if you didn't see it. It was really cool. So if this was something you perhaps manifested in that Aries new moon eclipse, this could be coming in, especially if it was, you know, if it was a person that you were directly friends with, or someone in your friend circle. Okay, maybe you just kind of had a thing or had a crush. Now, this 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands can be repeating the same cycles over and over and over again, expecting a new result. which in the case of, if we don't allow it to go on its mighty way, then the universe is, gonna kill that opportunity, that relationship, whatever was toxic or not good for us that was blocking, cock blocking our leadership. If we were pussyfooting around, well, they said they won't, blah, blah, blah. We've all been there. The universe does it for us. So with this Seven of Pentacles here, right next to the Six of Cups, something that a seed that's already been planted, right, is not yet ready to go to harvest. We can't pick it out of the ground yet, or else we won't get the money for that harvest, right? They won't be finished yet. They're not ripe yet. We don't want this creative project, this romance, right? It's a cabrewing. The Pentacles clearly been planted, and babies coming, projects coming, romance is coming, but it's just not time yet. And with this Nine of Wands, an alternate way, okay, this is wounded warrior energy that we talked about there with Mars and this Emperor energy, Chiron energy of healing. Spirit can say, you're almost there, just keep going. In this deck, he is very committed. He has to keep those wands burning 24 hours a day. Imagine how just exhausting that must be, okay? Even if you're not, even for a non-human. So some of y'all are, you've just had it. You're just exhausted, and maybe even kind of relieved that, the universe, spirit, whatever, higher power you align with, maybe there's a relief there that it's over. And with an entire different deck, yesterday's reading that was lost, we were looking at this judgment call, and I was hearing sad eyes. You knew there'd come a day that we would have to say goodbye. Sad eyes. You can turn the other way. I don't want to see you cry. Okay. Flip the card over and frickin' Ten of Swords. In this case, the cards that were surrounding it, they weren't having it. They're like, go boohoo all you want. Like the tears stopped working. It just didn't, the same old I'll change story just wasn't working any longer. Now we do have the full moon showing up here, so we don't have another full moon until the end of June. But this could be if this is a, book ending here at the Six of Cups, if this is someone that's always been kept in your moon, this wish, right? This, I know I wasn't crazy and I felt what they felt. That could be, there could be some progress on that come that full moon at the end of June. But you are going to have to stand your ground and take a higher road, not making the same mistakes with the seeds that you plant, right? If you learned 1 year that, you buried them 3 inches deep and then the squirrels ate every last damn one of them, and you read the instructions and this year they need to be buried 8 inches deep, then you need to do that. We're not going to go a whole nother year with a whole nother crop and only bury those fruits of our labor, 3 inches. We're gonna follow protocol. We're gonna do it right this time. Standing your ground on what it is you desire and you consider fair and balanced equal partnership, what you consider that matches my cup. That's what I want to. Okay. That could be coming in. You got to be able to stand your ground on it, and be very steadfast in protecting what it is that you have planted. Okay, because it looks like if we put the trust in, and if we don't get in the boo-hoos and manifest from a place of lack, that this could be coming in for you. All right, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and move into the energies on the bottom of the deck. You can consider this the yin to your yang, or the yang to your yin energy, which could be person one, person two, or you could also, okay, yeah, the Chariot. Good news is coming for life path sevens, past character tests. Protecting, like where we were protecting our ego, like, oh, they said they're going to change, therefore I don't have to do anything right now, because you're holding on to this belief when you know damn well that you're still going to get what you got for the last 5 years they're stinking up your couch. Oh, yesterday the poltergeist guest had feet that smelled like Cheetos, so there you go. Okay, let's see what the, if you're seeing this, this is very masculine energy here, meaning even if you are feminine, you're stepping into leadership roles, okay? King of Pentacles is one step down from the Emperor. Emperor is all for kings, so this whole side's revolving around making a decision, no longer pussyfooting from one to the other, making that decision to let go of what's already dead. Then you create an open space, let them go. You're like, okay, great. You want some more time to do XYZ? Not on my couch, though. Not on my couch. That's all it takes for that change. Okay, let's see what's on the other end now with this awesome Nine of Cups. And I just got an ear squeezy on that. I know what I'm here to do. And then her tail, okay, looks like that lavender and pink energy that we saw here in the Two of Cups. You being able to figure out what it is exactly that you want, getting your vibration back up into that childlike energy, which is very vibration, brings in wish fulfillment. Okay, what else we got here? Oops. Yep, we're on the bottom. All right, so in this other person's energy, or the feminine side of your energy, we have two feminine energies presenting here. This is my, I'm so bored, Billie Eilish, in case you didn't know. This is like you got all this crap going on, but you're like, just gonna brush my hair, pretend those 10 swords didn't get put in wherever. Okay, so this, if you feel like you're stepping into your leadership role, you're no longer putting up with what you did before. The person on the other side of this is, you know, happy as Larry, but still holding back, not taking responsibility or ownership, not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Pentacles energy. Okay. This is that Eight of Cups is back, walking away. If this is the person in your environment, here, the situation space, the person that's holding back or not doing anything, and you're like, this, me taking this leadership has shifted the energy. I have a chance. I know what I'm here to do. I have a chance for this friendship, this friend that was in my life for a reason. You got to walk away again from something else in order for your Nine of Cups. You know, 8 Cups is walking away from the 8 broken cups to your Nine of Cups. So seeing this as the opportunity, we want to make sure we're not backtracking and going back to that, well, you know, I can let this Four of Pentacles person back in who's not contributing. If you're doing all the work and they're, you know, eating hot fries on your couch. Got to walk away. Yeah, one of these kids is not like the other. These two energies are bouncing off of each other. It may be that they're presenting themselves, in their light in your life again, and then you're just the opportunity. You're just going to have to do it. You're going to have to walk away all over again. Not if you're here. No, it's coming. There's that Ace of Cups. Okay. I love this because you can visualize if this cup is at the bottom of the ocean and whatever living creature resides inside of it, just like, little, what are those little crabs that fit themselves inside of shells? As soon as they get too big for their shell, they get out of it and then go to the next shell, right? Because they need more room. They need to expand. And that empty cup will soon be filled by another creature, right? But in order to get this creature off your couch and allow something that you actually do want to come in that will contribute fairly and equally, that's your freaking dream. You gotta create that space. They gotta get up off the couch. They gotta get out of your cup, okay? And the whole point of this side of the reading, yin or yang energy, however you're seeing it, you've got to stop holding on into the safety of this, being behind that little wall, being behind that bit of a dam. It's a sort of levee, okay? That volcano's going, whether you make haste or not. Where there's smoke, there could be fire, but not a full useless is hanging around. Okay, got to make a new decision. This is the manifestation. 3 of Wands would be the reception. Okay, so again, masculine energy, they're just sitting there. They're not doing anything. You can hang on to what you did have, or go try something new. And they're like, oh, gee, well, I see that volcano smoking. Maybe I should go warn somebody. I think I'll brush my hair instead. What is it with the voices today? And again, that pink and lavender sky is showing up, but out there, right? Let's see what the last card on the bottom, 10 of Wands. I mean, this has been an uphill climb. The 10 of Wands, again, just like the 10 of Swords, this is our guilt, releasing beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Her eyes are exactly where she needs to go. She has already done all the work. She's gathered what she needs to gather. And now she's just heading straight. She has got her eye on the prize. And all she has to do is drop them off. Make sure that you don't have to walk away a second time. You're already, this is the other half of you within. Okay. You're already there. You're so close. Ace of Wands. So in the past, the block here to the Ace of Cups, it's like the Ace of Wands can blow out just as fast as it gets lighted. It's a matchstick, not a Zippo. Aces are all potential. They don't hang around forever. That cup's going to get filled regardless. As soon as the other occupant leaves it, as soon as we get that energy off our couch, something else fills the cup, right? And filling our own heart's cup. Now, Ace of Wands in reverse is like squandering an opportunity at a passionate new beginning to something. It could also be, well, see how these roots, that root chakra, are sexuality, what lights our fire. Maybe, that's what couch person, that's what all they were good for, maybe. And we're saying no more. I've got stores I can visit for that now. I don't know. Take it how it resonates for you. I'm just being ornery today. 10 of Wands resets to the Ace of Wands. Just know, it feels like they're gonna try again, and it's gonna test your resolve, and then it's just gonna repeat the cycle. Okay. Spirit wants them or you, the other side of yourself, to know that this is a new way of life. This is not easy. It's seeing something she's never seen. She doesn't even know what this sword is. This is a truth that you've maybe never faced within you, a wound that has come up, okay, in order for us to expose what was in our heart and blocking it, okay, with this fear. We had to learn new information. And this is beneath the ice. She's beneath the ice. So above the water, we only see a portion of that iceberg. When underneath the water, it can be 2 cities wide, right? So whatever this choice is here, okay, a lot of 2s here, this or that. I've got all 4 2s. Definitely a choice between 2 things: partnership, jobs. Take it for however you resonate, but it's like something you gotta stand your ground on and protect yourself from here. This truth, she doesn't know that it's a sword, so she doesn't know that it also can be dangerous. Maybe it's that truth that we didn't know cut so deep. And the outcome energy, what you're walking away from: passionate communication. 8 of Wands there could be travel, but this is fast energy. It like skyrockets you up as soon as you set down the burden of what you've walked away from. Sometimes we walk away, but then you got to have the resolve to see it through. And remember, keep your eye on the prize, what it is that you actually want and deserve. Something that is balanced, that puts in the work equally. Okay, underneath that, takes strength to snip away at that net so that that whale can get air. Could be, denotes something that we were afraid of. This is a lot of work she's taken to free this whale. Whales are very spiritual. They lead us to our truth. They protect humans. They know, and this is that 8th month again. 8 Wands, 8 Strength, and right here I wrote out today's numerology here: 5, 3, 8. 5 and 3 is an 8, and our 8 year could be 1988 for some of us. That's exactly where we are stopping. 8 of Cups, 8 of Wands, the 8 of Strength. Stay strong, guys. Stay strong. I'm going to get advice for each of the elements, and then I'll get some charms, and I may get some cards. I want to know, because we had all these 2s come out. The Chariot is all about balancing opposing energies of our yin and yang. Once we do that within, the Chariot is driven by our own higher self. That's why the Chariot does not get driven with reins. Okay. our higher self knows the way. And since it is Life Path 7 Day, it's a day of the Chariot, this journey. I want to know where this moment is going, and I want to know what this Tower moment was for signs. So I will put a link below in the description. I'll come back and do that if I get a chance to come back after I get back home and pull that information for everyone. But if this is where we part ways, I thank you so very much for your time and energy tonight. I will get a card of advice here. You know what? Because I had the card instead of the dream, I said, if I remember, against the grain, doing something different, making a different decision than you had before, and standing your ground. Okay, what advice do we have for the nice people, Spirit? What do we have? Okay. Don't pick the same that you did before, okay? Don't pick the first. If this is new to you, this is a new start. Sometimes we have to learn how to do a whole new job. We have to learn how to date again. It's a whole new world. Okay. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. What did we learn? And look at that beautiful purple energy come back. And on the top of her head, she is crowned by a lotus. And that is Phoenix Rising energy. It is a 20 card. So whatever this decision between two is divinely protected by God. You know the way to go. Softly, softly, the tender touch. She does have tears. The last time I got this card was quite a while ago, and I felt like it looked like Disney. It reminded me of It's a Small World After All. And that was something I did when I was like 8 years old. So that's the first and only time I've ever been there, but that's the thing I remember the most, that and camping, because we camped the whole way there, drove in a little tiny Capri with me and my sister in the back, scrunched together fighting, and a handmade sunroof. So Florida might resonate for some of you guys. Rejuvenation. The lotus grows in mud and muck, and something beautiful comes out of that. It's a small world after all. Maybe, oh, I just got chills. This old friend, didn't expect that. It's a small, and that's what you say. Well, it's a small world. Maybe they lived close to you and you never had any idea. Wow, 20 into a 30, the perfection of your life. And we have that Merkaba energy there at the bottom with this beautiful Mother Earth energy, this groundedness, and also kind of shaped like the petals of that lotus, the perfection of your life, your dream, trust. Your fear is just testing your resolve to love, to live in the energy of love. I will go ahead and read this Sacred Rebels Oracle to you in case you are interested, and that will help bring this message into context for you. Again, it's been a while since I've seen. She's definitely speaking. We saw a lot of that throat chakra energy that I talked about at the very beginning of the reading. All right, I don't have my old fogels on, so I'm going to do my best here. The feminine wisdom of gentleness can assist you now. We are at a point in life where we want to attain greater things, but don't necessarily have a proportionally greater supply of energy at our disposal. I said you're just exhausted, right? Definitely felt that way. It is time to work smarter rather than harder. This is the way of feminine wisdom. However, a cultural ignorance of the feminine way currently prevails. We are generally taught that the more force we use, the more we try to make things happen, the more we will achieve. The feminine way is not about force, nor is it about driving, striving, pushing, or grabbing at what we can in order to create. It is about inviting what we wish for to come into the space we have provided for it, eternally, internally, and in our lives. Wow, learning to manifest by saying, well, I don't want this and I don't want that, because we're like, oh dang, light bulb moment. I could have had a V8. We figured out that we're manifesting more of what we don't want. Okay. And then it also says we are inviting, okay, what we wish to come into the space we have provided. Something has to end. Whatever this old thing was, has to get up off your couch. Okay, so this wonderful new equally balanced thing can come in. Okay, this method cultivates more energy, causes less stress, and attracts what is desired. It is manifestation by invitation rather than will or force. There is an old story that the sun and the wind were debating about who was more powerful. After boasting about their prowess, they made a wager. A man walked down the street with a coat on. The wind and the sun decided that whomever could force the coat off the man was the most powerful. The wind began demonstrating its impressive power. It blew and caught underneath the coat, pulling it, nearly ripping it right off the man. But the man wrapped his coat around himself more tightly to protect himself against the force of the wind, holding back, resisting that stubbornness of what was. That volcano is going to go. What we're going to do here, okay? Eventually, perhaps temporarily out of puff, the wind gave up. The sun took over. He shone down, becoming brighter and brighter until the man slipped off his coat, slung it over his shoulder, and walked down the street, quite possibly wondering what was happening with the weather that day. The wind attempted to do by force what the sun was able to do by just being. Follow your internal compass, your internal, what were those, divining word, when they took the sticks in the desert, right? And they're looking for water. Your rib cage acts as that divining rod. Just what will bring you joy in that very next moment. That's how we get started. You are being asked to surrender your forcefulness, your determination, and your intense activity, even if it is just for the moment. Does this mean that you have to surrender the goals you were chasing through those endeavors? Certainly not. This is not about letting go of achievement. It is about understanding the process of manifestation in a more intelligent way. There is a way of creating that gives you energy and doesn't leave you utterly worn out. It is about allowing what you want to come to you. Be yourself absolutely, naturally, and with ease. Shine your light and allow your presence to invite that with which you wish to receive. It is about cultivating an energetic affinity with what you seek, rather than feelings of lack and need. Do you see the subtle but important difference? To feel that you are already a naturally abundant being who gratefully invites more of what you want into your life is rather different to feeling lack, fear, and wishing your world would change. It is a bit like dressing for the job you want, even if it is not yet the job you have. You energetically embody what you wish to attract more of into your life. Like attracts like. This oracle brings you a message. You don't need to push quite so hard to receive what is naturally coming to you. Your push comes from a place of uncertainty over whether or not you will succeed. You need to relax and have more faith in yourself. All things come in time, rightfully and according to a great loving wisdom. You are not immune to this. You shall have your time and shine too. Rebel against any voice of fear within you or around you that tells you otherwise. You a badass. It is okay to become softer, to feel the energy of what you wish to attract in your life, and to act as much as you can as though it is already that way. You are not fantasizing or daydreaming or failing to live in the real world if you do this. You are actually working with the feminine art of manifestation through gentle beingness and attraction. We're talking about the King of Pentacles, which, yes, is a fixed sign and representing of Taurian energy that can get, stuck in the mud or dried, crusty old dirt, right? Not allowing the feels then, but he's not fighting the water. He's just working with it around him, okay? And the pentacles are the yin energy. You are not fantasizing or daydreaming. If you do this, you are actually working with the feminine art of manifestation. As you soften into becoming what you are seeking, what you wish for will not be able to resist your shining, inviting presence. Duh. This oracle also comes with a special message that you have been working very, very hard. We saw that. You have learned much and accomplished much, but it is now time to change your approach. Let go of any force in your approach to creation now. Everything serves a purpose, and learning the benefits and limitation of the more forceful way of manifestation through effort and willpower was a useful lesson. However, if you were to continue with that approach, it would stop working for you because you are now beginning to create on a far grander scale that is beyond what an individual can manifest through willpower alone. You are individually creating through your healing and art, but also contributing globally to new consciousness through your own spiritual growth. You are part of a global healing manifestation process. You are here. That is 100% true. Thank you. You are, through your way of being in the world, helping to birth a new awareness. The new way will heal the human heart and bring it back into balance with nature. This is essential for the human soul to survive, flourish, and to cooperatively nurture the earth rather than destroy her natural resources. You may or may not be consciously aware of the extent to which this new way of manifesting through receiving rather than taking can actually help all of humanity. But nonetheless, it is playing an important role in greater human evolution. It is the power of attraction, of magnetism, rather than that of striving and force that will replenish your energy and restore your body, mind, and heart after the struggle. That was what I was pulling on today. Yes. This change in approach will encourage the shift from head to heart. That is essential for your individual well-being and for the greater human evolution. You need to heal so that you can help the world to heal. Does this give you absolute permission now in your own mind to take an easier approach to your sacred, rebellious, creative manifestation? Get ready to say out loud with me. I shine like the sun, radiant with grace, and all that I desire comes to me according to perfect timing. I relax, believe, and receive. Through unconditional love, this is now so. Take care of you, collective. Thank you so much, loyal spiritual viewers, for being here, for clicking the like button, for subscribing. I cannot wait for you to join us on June 21st, which is our next roundtable discussion, and also happens to be the birthday of yours truly. So it's going to be a fun night. Looking forward to it. It's always a great time. I just love those girls. They're just amazing and so talented. And I have to pinch myself all the time to even be counted amongst them. So dream your dream. It's beautiful. And it is a small world after all. You can get what you want here with a soft, tender touch of acceptance and receiving. Bye for now, and I'll catch you on the next reading. Much love from me to you, from my heart to yours.